Super Mario Bros. Wii. What can I say about this game? It's such a great game. It adds a whole bunch of nostalgic treats, like say the good old Hammer Bros sort of thing when you go around the map and you run into, you know, 2 or 3 Hammer Bros, a couple Hammer Bros. In this game, it's changed, as you probably know by now, by these. You know, it's been made new as such. And then you free a Toad and you get some mushrooms. So that's a good way to get items in case you're having trouble. And of course, there's a spin jump from Super Mario World. Many of the things in this game have been taken from these 2 games. And of course, there's a star, but that's in pretty much every game. You know, in one way or another. And then there's a checkpoint, which, just like in Super Mario World, powers you up. And then there's the Hammer Bros themselves, being as annoying as they usually are. And of course, there is Yoshi in this game. And he doesn't appear that much, and in 1 or 2 of the levels he's in, kind of, I don't know, he's not that useful. Like, there's not so many of these plants. But I want to show you the not very known enemies. For instance, the urchin. These are from Super Mario World, and in this game they just stay on the bottom, but in Super Mario World they would go round, up and down. And in Donkey Kong Arcade, he would throw barrels, just like Mario throws barrels right here. He can use that to destroy enemies in his path. Yep, and then an enemy over there does that too. Yeah, that enemy that I mentioned is these kind from Super Mario Bros. 3. Now the spike balls in this game roll on the ground, but in Super Mario Bros. 3, they would like fly at horizontally. And of course there's these. Well, that, and then you get a little applause. The hit a switch and then blue coins appear. And they're not much different from regular coins. Of course, there's the power block, which makes an earthquake and hits all enemies. And in New Super Mario Bros., it takes coins down. Now, yeah, you might have noticed Pokies from before, but in this game you can freeze them and make them into separate parts that can be thrown. And remember in Super Mario World when you'd hit switches? That is also in this game, but it only applies to one level, this one. As you can see, there are outlines, but when you hit that switch, they become red blocks. And remember this? Good old levels from Super Mario Bros. This level from the 4th world is very much similar to how the old like 2-3 and 7-3 of Super Mario Bros. Yep. It's really nice. It's a really nice thing just to add some of that cheap flying into the air and then falling. And in this level, this castle, there are bonefish. These bonefish will well, they are similar to the old bonefish, but they target you and they're pretty dangerous. And when they hit walls, they will smash. But in Super Mario World, they only go horizontally. And in castles like this, the level is it wouldn't make a noise like that, but you'd have to go a certain way. Now in New Super Mario Bros. In this game, there'll be a little sound to let you know that you have gone to the right path, top, bottom, or middle. Now in this level there are moles, or Monty moles as you would call them, I guess. And just like the level, that second level, like 1, 2, I think, of Super Mario World, they show up here with Yoshi. Right there. And they keep on following you, so it's best. Yeah, they're a nice little thing. I mean, they only appear in one level, like many of these things I'm mentioning, because I'm mentioning the uncommon things. Here are the Rocky Wrenches, which show up in the airship levels. A nice little anchor there, signifying an airship level. Even though I don't think it... I think there are anchors only when you've beaten them. I'm not sure. But either way, you can, there's, Mecha Koopas here. I didn't get a picture of the, Mecha Koopas from Super Mario World, but they're pretty much the same as this, except that in Super Mario World you can throw them up. They come back up when, after a while. And then there's the Rocky Wrenches, throw their wrenches from afar. So if you're going on these spinning wheel things, then you should be careful, because a Rocky Wrench is probably out there throwing wrenches at you. And over here there's Fuzzies. Fuzzies in Super Mario World only appear in a few levels. And such in this game. Yeah, I think they appear in this one. And there's a couple more that they appear in. Maybe one more, I'm not sure. And but in this game they can go from... Actually, I think in Super Mario World they can do that and go around. Now, there are these things. You probably don't remember them, but when you stand on them, they go up. And then New Super Mario Bros. There's this heavier variety, or big variety, that just falls down, or floats down. And when you've jumped on enough of these, you can tell by the high-pitched sound, you get a 1-up! Now, keep in mind how Kamek over here does a whole trick with, you know, rainbow stuff. I didn't really show that here, but, yeah, he did that to this stage to make these things move. He does that with all the bosses in the castles to give them a little twist. Now now here he can hit the blocks and make them mushrooms, but in Super Mario World he only makes Koopas out of them. But in this game he can also make bombs out of them. And he can pretty much make any kind of enemy. Now notice the fire and then Bowser there, you know, just good old Bowser. The whole fireballs, like running up to them, has finally been rehashed in this game, and it's better than ever. There's even the whole thing there, and here's some kind of speed running with this stuff. They're not too hard to avoid if you're good at your jumping, which you should be by now. At this point, the 8th world. And of course there's good old Bowser. You know, everyone knows the deal. Run over, hit that switch behind him. Does a big jump, and then you knock him down. And if you've played this game, you might remember a certain thing happening that, you know, means that, of course, like, that wasn't the real Bowser battle. That was pathetic. But yeah, Mario looks up, and it's not Princess Peach, it's stinking old Kamek. By the way, I didn't have very good quality with this. I didn't bother with that. Yeah, you see him sprinkling that stuff. Remember Super Mario World 2? Well, he does the same thing there. He does this, and he makes Bowser huge. So you just gotta run away from him. And that's it. Now, in this level of Super Mario Bros. 3, there are these bullet bills that, you know, target you. In this game, they can turn around plenty of times, multiple times, as long as they want. And, well, it's pretty tough, you know. Now, in this level of Super Mario Bros. 3, you can throw fireballs at the ice to make them, you know, like to make the nipper plants alive again, which can be done in this level too, but also by the fire plants. So yeah, that is it for this video. Just a little overview of the old stuff that you might have not really noticed in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I'm guessing that I'm gonna do that Nintendo 64 import that's called Sin and Punishment. So wait a while, and I'll probably do that as once my mother gets around to getting me some Wii points, because I waste time like this.